Welcome to Concept with Justin. Today, we embark on a journey through the enchanting world of garden landscaping, focusing on the artistry of flower beds and the lush beauty of greenery. The foundation of any captivating garden landscape lies in its flower beds. These living canvases offer endless possibilities for creativity and expression. Consider the classic English cottage garden, where a seemingly chaotic mixture of perennials and annuals creates a tapestry of color and texture. Delphiniums reach skyward, their spires of blue and purple flowers creating vertical interest, while low-growing alyssum spills over pathway edges, its tiny white blooms releasing a honey-sweet fragrance. For a more structured approach, formal flower beds can bring a sense of order and elegance to the landscape. Symmetrical designs featuring neatly trimmed boxwood hedges, framing beds of colorful tulips or fragrant roses evoke the grandeur of historical European gardens. These formal arrangements can be particularly striking when used to accentuate architectural features or to create a sense of balance in larger landscapes. The art of creating stunning flower beds lies not just in plant selection, but in the thoughtful composition of color, texture, and form. Consider the color wheel when planning your palette. Complementary colors, such as purple and yellow, create vibrant contrasts that catch the eye, while analogous colors, like different shades of pink and purple, offer a harmonious and soothing effect. Texture plays an equally important role, with the feathery foliage of cosmos contrasting beautifully with the bold leaves of hostas or the architectural forms of ornamental grasses. As we move beyond flower beds, let us consider the vital role of greenery in creating a truly stunning landscape. Trees, shrubs, and various forms of foliage plants provide the backbone of any garden design. They offer structure, create privacy, and provide year-round interest even when flowering plants have faded. Consider the majestic presence of a mature oak tree, its sprawling canopy offering shade and a sense of permanence to the landscape. Beneath its boughs, a carefully curated understory of shade-loving plants can thrive, creating a woodland garden that feels both wild and intentional. Ferns unfurl their delicate fronds, while hostas display their impressive array of leaf colors and patterns, from deep forest green to variegated cream and blue. Picture a minimalist garden where carefully pruned topiary forms stand as living sculptures against a backdrop of sleek hardscaping. Here, the emphasis is on form and texture rather than an abundance of color, with plants chosen for their architectural qualities and year-round appeal. Water features can add another dimension to the landscape, bringing movement, sound, and reflective qualities that enhance the overall sensory experience. A gently bubbling fountain can serve as a focal point in a formal garden, while a naturalistic stream or pond can create a sense of serenity and attract wildlife. Surrounding these water elements with moisture-loving plants like irises, sedges, and rushes can create a seamless transition between water and land. As we consider the interplay between flowers and greenery, let us not forget the importance of seasonality in garden design. A well-planned landscape offers interest throughout the year, from the first snowdrops of early spring to the fiery foliage of autumn and the stark beauty of winter. By incorporating a mix of spring-flowering bulbs, summer perennials, fall-blooming asters, and evergreen shrubs, the garden becomes a dynamic space that evolves with the passing seasons. The art of landscaping extends beyond plant selection to the thoughtful incorporation of hardscaping elements. Pathways wind through the garden, inviting exploration and providing structure to the overall design. Consider the materials used for these paths carefully. The crunch of gravel underfoot offers a different sensory experience than the solid feel of flagstones or the soft give of mulch. Each choice contributes to the overall atmosphere of the garden. Vertical elements add another layer of interest to the landscape. Trellises, arbors, and pergolas not only provide support for climbing plants, but also create architectural features that draw the eye upward. Imagine a rose-covered arch framing a garden entrance, its fragrant blooms welcoming visitors into a world of natural beauty. Or picture a wisteria-draped pergola creating a shaded retreat, its cascading purple flowers creating a living ceiling. Lighting plays a crucial role in extending the enjoyment of the garden into the evening hours. Thoughtfully placed landscape lighting can transform the garden after dark, creating a magical atmosphere and highlighting key features. Uplighting can accentuate the sculptural forms of trees or architectural elements, while soft path lighting guides visitors through the space. The play of light and shadow adds depth and mystery to the nighttime garden. As we design these outdoor spaces, it's important to remember that a garden is more than just a collection of plants. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. By creating diverse habitats within the landscape, we can support a wide range of wildlife. Butterfly gardens filled with nectar-rich flowers attract not only these beautiful insects, but also hummingbirds and beneficial pollinators. Berry-producing shrubs provide food for birds, while dense evergreens offer shelter and nesting sites. The concept of outdoor rooms has gained popularity in recent years, blurring the lines between indoor and outdoor living. Consider creating distinct areas within the landscape, each with its own character and purpose. A cozy seating area surrounded by fragrant herbs and flowers becomes an outdoor living room, perfect for relaxation or entertaining. A kitchen garden with raised beds full of vegetables and herbs combines beauty with functionality. For those with limited space, container gardening offers endless possibilities for creating stunning landscapes. A collection of pots in varying sizes and styles can create a dynamic display on a patio or balcony. By carefully selecting plants with different heights, textures, and bloom times, even the smallest space can become a lush oasis. Vertical gardening techniques, such as living walls or tiered planters, allow for maximum impact in minimal space. As we consider the overall composition of the landscape, it's important to think about the views from both within and outside the garden. Creating focal points draws the eye and provides a sense of structure to the space. This could be a specimen tree with striking bark or foliage, a piece of garden art, or a beautifully composed grouping of plants. These focal points should be placed strategically to create interest from multiple vantage points, inviting exploration and discovery. The art of pruning and training plants allows for the creation of living sculptures within the landscape. Espaliered fruit trees, trained flat against a wall or fence, combine beauty with productivity. Pleached trees, with their elevated canopies creating a green screen, offer privacy and elegance. These techniques demonstrate the intersection of horticulture and artistry, shaping nature to suit human aesthetic and functional needs. Color theory plays a crucial role in creating harmonious and impactful landscapes. Cool colors like blues and purples tend to recede visually, making spaces feel larger and more serene. Warm colors like reds and oranges advance visually, creating energy and excitement. By thoughtfully combining these color families, we can create gardens that evoke specific moods and emotions. A monochromatic color scheme using varying shades of a single color can create a sophisticated and cohesive look. Texture is another important element in landscape design. often overlooked but crucial for creating visual interest. The glossy leaves of camellias contrast beautifully with the feathery foliage of Japanese maples. The rough bark of a cork oak tree provides a tactile counterpoint to the smooth blades of ornamental grasses. By combining plants with different textures, we create a landscape that is visually interesting even when not in bloom. The concept of borrowed landscape allows us to incorporate views beyond the property boundaries into our design. A distant mountain range or a neighboring stand of trees can become part of the overall composition, extending the perceived boundaries of the garden. By framing these views with thoughtfully placed plants or structures, we can create a sense of connection with the wider landscape. As we design these outdoor spaces, it's important to consider the human experience of moving through the landscape. Creating a sense of journey and discovery adds depth and interest to even the smallest garden. Winding paths that reveal new vistas around each turn, hidden nooks that invite pause and reflection, and the strategic use of screening plants to create a sense of mystery all contribute to a rich and engaging landscape experience. The integration of edible plants into ornamental landscapes, known as foodscaping, offers an exciting opportunity to create beautiful and productive spaces. Fruit trees can serve as stunning focal points, their spring blossoms giving way to bountiful harvests. Vegetables with attractive foliage, such as rainbow chard or purple kale, can be incorporated into flower beds for both beauty and utility. The use of repetition in landscape design creates a sense of rhythm and cohesion. This could be the repeated use of a particular plant species, a color theme, or a hardscaping element. This repetition helps tie different areas of the garden together, creating a sense of unity within the overall design. Flower beds are the heart of any garden, offering endless opportunities for creativity and expression. When designing these vibrant spaces, it is essential to embrace diversity. A mix of perennials and annuals can create an ever-changing landscape, ensuring that there is always something in bloom. Perennials, like daylilies and coneflowers, provide a reliable burst of color year after year, while annuals such as petunias and marigolds invite experimentation with new hues and arrangements with each passing season. The arrangement of flower beds is crucial in creating visual interest. Layering plants by height allows for a dynamic composition where taller varieties stand proudly at the back, surrounded by shorter blooms that frame and enhance them. This technique not only maximizes visibility but also fosters a sense of depth, drawing the eye through the landscape. Incorporating greenery into the design is vital for balance. Shrubs and ornamental grasses offer structure and texture, complementing the vibrant colors of the flowers. Evergreen shrubs like boxwood or juniper provide year-round interest and serve as natural borders or hedges, framing the garden beautifully. The interplay of colors and textures creates an inviting atmosphere, encouraging exploration and appreciation of the space. Pathways weave through the garden, guiding visitors and enhancing its charm. Whether crafted from flagstone, gravel, or pavers, these paths should invite exploration. Curved lines evoke a sense of natural flow, while straight paths convey order and structure. Lining pathways with low-growing plants or decorative stones can further enhance their appeal, creating a seamless transition between different areas of the garden. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of beautiful garden landscape ideas. If you've enjoyed this journey and want to continue learning about the art of outdoor design, we invite you to subscribe to Concept with Justin.